Good morning, good morning, good morning. Assalamu alaikum, peeps. Assalamu alaikum. What it do, what it do. This is the one and only Azakar, man, bringing you flame. You already know, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And be left in the loop every time your boy drop to work, you feel me? Shout out to the black YouTube out there, Ticket TV, Carcino, Kwame Brown, the League Attorney, J.I. Wisdom, Mr. Palmer, Too Raw for Sports, Too Raw for TV, Kicking Mr. Moss, LC Putter the Catcher, J.D. Black, Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar Johnson, NOI, and I should be KB holding it down. And I just want to be one of the ones to bring it to you too. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Yo, man, you got to count your blessings, man. I don't care too much for the police at all. But at the same time, we got to respect them. Got to respect them because it's a job and it's a duty that they must fulfill. And it's an obligation, it's an oath that they commit themselves to. And, you know, although I don't agree with many of their antics, I know the origin of them. But to see what they got to encounter with every day, going outside in the normal public, from expired tags to robberies, misidentification, shootouts, domestic violence, kidnappings. I mean, these are all the things that the police encounter on a daily basis. And I won't want that smoke. I would not want that smoke whatsoever. We got a situation right here, man. This is one of the hardest things about being a police right here. You have to do stuff in this manner right here. So on return, we will cook.
The Austin Police Department is investigating an officer-involved shooting that occurred at 9308 Bernoulli Drive. At 2:49 a.m., 911 Communications received a call requesting help at that same location where a caller was screaming for help. The caller provided more details and said somebody was stabbing her. At approximately 2:57 a.m., the first officers arrived on scene wearing Austin Police Department uniforms and responding in a patrol capacity to a shooting, stabbing, hotshot call. The officers began to gather additional information, including the suspect's location. Officers were also notified that there were two other people injured inside the residence with the suspect. Prior to officers' arrival, a third victim of the suspect was able to escape from the residence and was located by officers in Austin Travis County EMS in the neighborhood. She said the suspect still had a knife, and she was subsequently transported at 3:03 a.m. by Travis County EMS to a local hospital for the injury she had sustained. Based on that information provided to the officers, at approximately 3 a.m., officers made emergency forced entry into the residence to rescue the two victims. Before officers made entry, they announced themselves and identified themselves as Austin police officers. At 3:01 a.m., as the officers entered, they were fired upon by the suspect. The officers then backed out of the residence and did not return fire at that time. At 3:06 a.m., because the suspect was armed and barricaded inside a residence and had two hostages, SWAT was called out to the scene. At approximately 4:11 a.m., SWAT officers arrived on scene and forced entry into the residence a second time to rescue the victims. As SWAT officers entered, the suspect immediately fired his gun at the officers, and the SWAT officers returned fire. At approximately 4:15 a.m., during the exchange of gunfire, information was provided over the radio that two officers were shot. The The two officers were transported to a local area hospital by Austin Travis County EMS. The suspect on scene succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased. Despite the tremendous efforts of our officers, our EMS TAC medics, our Austin Fire Department, and the staff at the local hospital, one of our officers succumbed to his injuries. The second officer is in stable condition. Two apparent victims of the suspect were located inside of the residence with fatal injuries and were pronounced deceased on scene. This officer-involved shooting was captured on body-worn camera. Multiple APD officers discharged their department-approved firearms. The officers will not be identified at this time.
Man, that's a Mickey Fick, ain't it, man? Yo, I don't want to smoke none of that blunt. Not at all. I'm dealing with hostage situations, you know what I'm saying? Quick decisions, and then having innocent lives getting taken. And then I have to make it, you have to convey and make it palatable for the community. Oh, man. You know, I'm talking about the crime scene, how it's orchestrated, the victims who was not the victim, suspects, confidential stuff you got to keep amongst. It's hard, man. It's hard, man. I just tell you, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Because you don't know how it is when you walk out your doors if you're going to come back. But that's your boy Moose. Do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.